What's up you guys, welcome to another Java tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to learn how to use the debugger. If you guys are saying, okay Mo, what the heck is the debugger and what is it useful for? So what the debugger is basically another way that you can run your program. But what's so cool about it and what's so powerful about it as well is basically this. It allows you to execute your program line by line so you can know exactly what's going on and how the variables are changing. So if you guys are saying, oh, that's pretty cool, that's pretty exciting, let's go ahead and try that. Well, we're going to try that. So let's just imagine for a second if your friend just sent you this code and he's like, Mo, I know that you do tutorials on YouTube, so please, can you tell me what's going on with this code? And you're like, oh, I don't understand what's going on. So how can we do that? How can we figure out what a code is doing? So let's go ahead and use the debugger to do that. So let's go ahead and highlight our starting point, because whenever you want to use the debugger, you got to highlight the starting point. You're going to say, hey Java, or to the IDE. This is basically you talking to the computer. I want to start right here. In this case, we're just going to start at line 3. So let's go ahead, instead of running it normal way, use the debug. And as you guys can see, it created a window for me and it gave me so many options. But in this tutorial, we're just going to use this option right here, which is step over. So let's go ahead and press that. And as you guys can see, it said Mo1, which is an array of integers, has 1, 2, and 3. And how do we know that? Is because it's given to us here. It said 1, 2, and 3. And it also gives you the location. So the 0th element is 1. The first element is 2. The second element is 3. Guys, remember, computers start with 0. So 0, 1, 2. Simple enough. So let's go ahead and step to the next line. And it said, okay, we have another array of integers that holds 3 integers, but there isn't any integers there, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass in 0, 0, 0. If you guys are saying, okay Mo, where did you get this knowledge from? I'm just going to check it out right here, 0, 0, 0. Simple enough. If you guys are saying, okay, I don't know what this for loop is doing, so let's go ahead and see what is it doing. So it starts at I of 0, so I is equal to 0. So Mo of 1 and I is 0, so that should be 1. Go ahead and put that in the first element of Mo. So let's go ahead and go to the next line. It said, oh, it took the first element of Mo1 and put it right here in Mo2. And then what did it do again? And then we're gonna say, hey, this is giving me a sign. What should I? Oh, it printed 1 out. So it did print 1 out. And then what did it do? It did that again. So it took the second element and passed it in right here. And then it printed it out. And it took the third element and it passed it in Mo2. And it also printed it out right here. So 1, 2, and 3. So as you guys can see, using the debugger will allow you to walk through your program line by line and see how the variables are changing and exactly what's going on, so you can figure out what your code is doing when it's behaving in a way that you don't want it to behave. So let's see what happens in the end. Oh, so the for loop is done, we did the things that we want to do, and then it's executing and the program is done. The program is over, it crashed, or whatever you want to call that. So thank you guys for watching. Use the debugger because it's awesome, and I'll see you next time.